There's an awful lot of talent here at Curtin University. I'm not talking about myself, Louisa. It's okay. How many students are here approximately? I've been given a figure. It's more than 20,000, isn't it?
It's an amazing amount. Like, it's a city in and of itself.
Oh, it is. It's massive. When people visit here, they can't find us ever to start. They're lost out in that car park somewhere still from 2 years ago, I think, some of my guests.
Oh, yeah. Every morning,
It is. It's like a huge sub. But that aside, everyone that's here, of course, the students, obviously, I'm talking about, are studying something that they're going to be so good at in the future, and that is our future.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to be in the entertainment area, both yourself, which, of course, is Louisa Mitchell, and hello, Blake Trahan.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Good. Nice to meet you. I can see a budding film director here coming up.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got those vibes.
Stand by one. No, that's the 24th take. We'll do 25. Just make it a little bit better. You're one of those people?
A little bit.
Yeah. I know the type. I know the type. Look, congratulations in doing this. This is the first time, is it not, that the festival is being run entirely by students? Louisa first, and then, of course, Blake, you add in too.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first festival ever that's
film festival
that's united all of the universities, and is, of course, being run by students.
All the universities
across WA. We're reaching high.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all of you are doing a course in, Blake?
In screen arts.
Screen arts.
Yeah, some of us are doing a few different degrees, but for me personally, it's just screen arts.
Just a few degrees.
Yeah,
I can do that. Just a few. Not. And this is a sort of an area that people are drawn to because you have that sort of such a strong feeling about creating and production. I love it too.
Absolutely.
You know, I just think it's just being on not a film set, I haven't, but television studios, to hear the buzz of the auxiliary motors and the cameras getting lined up. That to me is the most exciting part.
And the passion that you can feel everyone in the room has for creating something.
So how do you get all these university students together and think the same way? Tell us what they're going to see, the public are going to be able to see.
What they're going to be able to see?
Yes, your festival.
Well, there's going to be a huge variety of films from all different universities. There's going to be at least 5 or 6 categories. Did
you nominate the categories that they had to fit into?
We did have categories that they submitted into, but it was kind of fluid as to which categories the films are going to go into. So basically it was just whatever films they had, they submitted.
Short films?
Shorts. We have shorts, experimentals, Indigenous films.
Wow.
Celebrate WA films.
So people have really got behind it. Students have really got behind all this.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it definitely helps to have the heads of departments behind it because they're the ones who are going to be encouraging.
Well, you're the future.
Yeah.
And they're sharing their experiences with you guys, what not to do. That's the big thing. You know what you want to do, but what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So the industry itself, there is room for you guys for the future to get involved, do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, but I have to say, I think there's room for us, but it is a bit discouraging at times because it's hard to get up there. You have to spend, decades or more just to have your script read by someone, or, I think it can seem like that at sometimes at least, or at least it has that image. It has a really
perception.
bad image. It has a perception attached to it that's not
and
that
there's
great.
Probably a bit of realism in it if you mention it.
And yeah.
And there'd be a lot of you. How many students have participated, Blake? Any idea?
I'm not sure.
Well, we've got our core committee, which is about 6 of us, so a small group who we're running it behind the scenes, and then we've had about 47 film submissions.
Wow.
And behind each of those films is could be between 5 and 10 students, so
putting in a lot of hours.
You're putting in a lot of hours, and these are often assignments, so they're going towards their end-of-year uni screenings as well.
Have you had a look at any of the submissions?
We have.
And?
We last night we did our vote as for which ones we want to be screened. But it's up to the judges now to choose the winners. So we don't choose the winners.
Now, see what you've already started here, rejection for the ones that haven't made it. You see?
You don't need to tell us about it.
It was very tough.
That's what you guys are still thinking will happen in the future, and it's happening now to these. But then again, they have to learn. Do you sort of explain where perhaps they could have improved?
I think because this is the first year, we're learning so many things ourselves, and we haven't given them necessarily any feedback yet. Yeah. But I think that's something we can do in the future, to spend that more time individually with the students.
Well, movie making is, number one, you've got to find what the people want to look at.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to find it, because you do find with movies, don't you, there's trends. Science fiction or love coms or romantic coms or whatever. So what do you like, Louisa?
Well, not in terms of genre, but in terms of what I was looking for when I was judging, I was looking for emotional impact and how it made me feel overall. So you could have films that weren't technically amazing, you know, maybe the audio was a little bit here and there or whatever, but by the end of it, if it made me feel, oh, wow, you know, that was impactful, then that's what I was kind of looking for. But different judges had different things. Like, what were you looking for more?
Yeah, because I think, obviously I was looking for emotional impact as well, but I think technique was a lot of what I was looking for, because it's really inspiring to see how ambitious some of the projects have been submitted, just what they're attempting and how well they've achieved it.
I mean, budget would be a big consideration for obvious reasons, and you look at the big blockbusters with computer-generated effects and everything like that, which obviously students wouldn't have access to. And I guess the camera capabilities would be a little different, and lighting and audio, like you say, a bit restrictive, but they've managed with what they have to show signs of being able to do bigger and better.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some great movies out these days. I mean, they really do get you in, don't they? I won't go on about Bohemian Rhapsody. It is unbelievable. You've got to go and see that. I've only said it for the 50th time. It's
Have you seen it, Blake?
Not yet.
Oh, you must.
I haven't seen it either, no.
My 19-year-old granddaughter just absolutely loved it yesterday.
Wow.
The technique. You love the technique. The camera work is phenomenal. The lighting and the angles and the audio and the music. Oh, it's brilliant. Anyway, that aside, that's your future. Yeah. So, LA, here we come.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Move over Spielberg. Oh, they've had their day anyway.
Yeah. Blake's ready.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's all these different styles of movies to go and see. So, what would you start to like to be involved in?
Well, I've always been interested in horror, personally, the genre.
Big thing at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's had kind of a resurgence recently.
Yes.
And just a huge variety in the sort of style of horror that's happening now.
What sort of horror do you like? The sort of grotesque faces, or I like the Hitchcock turn of the handle on the door and you don't know what's going to come through.
It's fantastic.
I think that's always what I've tended
The camera
towards.
lingering too long.
Yes, and you know there's something there.
Yeah.
You just know it. And the third person, the camera becomes the third person. You could be another Hitchcock.
I'd love to be.
Did you ever see? Did you ever see any of Alfred Hitchcock's?
Yes.
Did you remember any particular one? I mean, my vintage remember one, and we never showered behind a shower curtain again. That was brilliant.
Yeah, Rear Window and Vertigo are probably my two favourites from him.
They're so old and so good.
Yeah.
And Grace Kelly's immaculate in her beautiful gowns.
Yes.
In Rear Window. And what about yourself, Louisa? What style?
I'm figuring that out as I go along, but I think I'm definitely more into fantasy, but realistic fantasy that really kind of feels kind of terrifying, but there's definitely a sense of growth and a sense of...
We learn from that?
We learn from this. So films like The Pan's Labyrinth, those kind of... where you've got, like, it's almost like a fairy tale, and there's a child, and it's about her naivety and her...
So there is a solution to the world problems.
Perhaps, yeah. Sometimes I like to have a political edge.
Do you know, I had... Brain Centre Man come in last week and he brought in a virtual reality thing which I'd not used before. Oh, wow. You could be putting movies into things like that.
Well, I've never tried it.
Well, it's like Avatar.
Yeah.
Three-dimensional, and it really is quite phenomenal.
Wow.
And not expensive to buy. It was about $300 for the unit, and you can download wherever you want to go and go anywhere in the world. Great for people that are, in aged care. People like that, or people that are stuck at home unwell or whatever. Anyway, that aside, we'll watch out for your name on credits coming up in the future. And just tell us about where you're going to be with this event. And people are invited at a small cost.
Yep, so everyone's very welcome to attend. It's at the WA State Library Theatre in Northbridge, 25 Francis Street, sorry.
Yeah.
It's $10 for students and $15 for non-students, and everyone's more than welcome to attend. We've got some great films, we've got food and drinks on offer.
What time?
6 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Till 9 p.m.
Yeah, this Saturday night.
Do they need to book ahead?
They can book ahead, but you can also buy tickets on the day.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I look forward to a bit of a horror film. The door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you with a little bit of fantasy.
Awesome.
Good
Thank
on
you
you.
so much, Jenny.
Lovely to see you.